Yeah, that's not normal oil pressure. It's about double what it's supposed to be. I think the gauge is bad. Let's go fishing, maybe it'll fix itself. There's nothing wrong with the oil pressure. It's the gauge. I changed the oil a few days ago and I just checked it, it's fine. And the gauge pegs all the way to the max by just turning the key. I don't even turn the engine on and the gauge pegs out. So it probably needs a new sending unit or hopefully not a gauge, but one or the other. That'll be a project for another day. Let's go catch some catfish today. Thanks for watching. Fishing with some new reels today. I got them over the winter. This is my first time fishing with them. This is the Okuma Avenger bait runner, 55 size. I did a pretty extensive review on these over the winter. If you want to see a detailed review, initial review, you know, I'll put a link to that in the description. But today I'm putting them to use and start doing some actual real life reviewing, see how they work. I expect they're gonna work good. So it's late March and the ice just came off this lake week and a half ago or so. It's been real cold. Nothing really close to what I would call spring weather, but it has been last few days. And I'm gonna try to mimic what the catfish are naturally feeding on, and this is frozen shad. It's been in the freezer all winter, and right now the catfish are running around the lake cleaning up all the dead shad that died over the winter from the winter kill. So this old shad should fit in just right out in this lake. Hopefully there's some catfish in this bay here that I'm at today. And this is a little too frozen. I'm gonna put it in the net and stick it out in the water there for a few minutes. Water will thaw it out faster than sitting out in the air. So while I'm waiting for my bait to thaw for a couple minutes, let me talk about why I'm fishing in this particular spot. There's hardly any wind today, which is nice for me. But for the last 2-3 days or so, the wind was blowing very heavy, 30, 35, 40 miles an hour into this shoreline of this lake. So that's my theory, is that over the last few days, the active fish that are looking for food have migrated over toward this end of the lake, following the smaller fish that are feeding on the phytoplankton and the zooplankton that has been blown over here to this side of the lake. And even though the wind's not crashing against the shore anymore today, I think it will probably take at least a day or two for them to spread out back across the lake again. So that's my theory, is there's a higher concentration of fish over here on this side of the lake today. And when I say this side of the lake, that's kind of a big place. This is just one bay on this side of the lake. So try this for, I don't know, hour and a half, and you don't get anything, I'll move over to the next bay on this side of the lake. We'll see. Water's still pretty darn cold. Brr. I mean, it's cold enough that it stings real quick. I'm guessing it's still in the upper 30s, maybe low 40s. I don't know. Pretty cold. Just need to get it thawed off enough so I can break off a few of them. Get started. There we go. And I guess some sinkers would be useful. I'm gonna go with 2. Since this is a lake, there really isn't any current or wind today. My rig is just simple Carolina rig, sinker on a slide, down to 12-inch leader or so, and 4/0 Kahle hook, and just one baby shad on each hook. Fight the temptation to put on a whole bunch of bait. Probably just looking for little bites right now. And I'm casting out into probably 5 feet of water out there where I'm casting, maybe 40 yards out where I'm casting. And I set these bait runners so that they're just tight enough to keep the rod from getting pulled in the lake, but still loose enough to pull out. Not free spool, but just loose enough so that the fish can take off with it and not pull the rod off the rod holder or into the lake. And I need some bells. I just clip my bells onto the rod holder, not the rod. And these rod holders are, you know, they wiggle no problem. So that way I don't have to take the bell off the rod when a fish hits. One thing I forgot to mention is the time of day. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon right now, and in early spring like this, I try to fish during the warmest parts of the day. So it's right now I'm a little early. The warmest parts, you know, kind of run from about 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock right now. It's only supposed to get up to like 51 today, so it's not really going to get warm, but compared to the 30 something degree temps that we have during the night, you know, it warms up the water some. So we'll see what happens. And this is catfishing trip number 3 for the year. Have yet to catch catfish. It's been tough. I was kind of relieved to hear from a few other people in the local area that they are also having a tough time, so it's not just me. But I'm hoping to turn that around today. Hoping. Okay, 20 minutes, no action. Wind picked up. I'm at a new spot. I really don't like fishing along the bank when there's crashing waves. Just can't hear anything. I don't know. It's just not enjoyable, but if I can catch some fish, I think I'll get over it. I'm gonna give this spot 20 minutes, see what happens. Well, I've abandoned the idea of fishing those wind-blown bays today. They just seem like they're just not there. So I'm gonna flip a complete 180, I think, on the plan, and I'm gonna head out to a point near deep water. I'm hoping that they're in the deeper stuff today, so let's go. Somehow, no matter which side of the lake I go to, the wind is in my face. I don't know what to say about that. We're getting a bite, we're getting a bite. Fish on. This is a good fish. And he's bumping on some rocks. I was just standing here thinking about maybe what I was gonna say to the camera if I got skunked today, and maybe turn this into a skunk video of, yep, this is the reality of fishing, folks, that kind of deal. And I may be speaking too soon here. I don't have this fish in yet. This feels like a real good fish. Yes, sir. That's a real good fish. He's in the net, and that is a real good fish. I found him. This hook went all the way through the bottom lip there. Good old Kahle hooks. Get a quick weight on them here. £8, 13 ounces. Subtract the 13 for the net. First channel cat of the day. 8-pounder. Looks like a female fish. Squirmy. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep this fish. Sometimes I keep fish this size, sometimes I don't. Today I'm not going to. This fish is going to go back. Big long whiskers, kind of roughed up her lip there a little bit. But finally found them, came out to a rocky point. They weren't in those bays. They're out by the rocks today. There she goes. No problemo. Man, she was in a hurry to get out of here. Yeah. Guess there won't be any skunk speech today. Oh, this other rod's going off. Yep. Fishing on again. Number 2. Just put that other one back in the water. This feels like another nice fish. And the third line over there is slack. I think something picked it up. Swam inshore with it. Good fish. Felt the line hitting a rock. These new Okuma reels are getting a workout today, which I'm happy about. Net's clear over here. Yeah. Thanks. It's a catfish. Yeah. Let's see how this guy was hooked. Kind of the same deal. Corner. Kind of corner and bottom. And these guys are eating the shad. I put all 3 rods have shad on them. I didn't do the carp this time. And this fish is definitely bigger. Yeah, 10 pounds, 12 ounces. Rounded down to 10 for the net. And that is what I consider a trophy catfish right there. 10 pounds around here, that's a big catfish for around here. Catfish 2, one right after the other. As soon as I let that first one go, this guy hit. This is a bigger, this is a male. You can just kind of tell by the more gray color. A couple pounds bigger. Didn't really measure a length. These guys are tense. Very tense. That cold air probably doesn't feel very great. One last look. Big belly. All right, back he goes. Oh yeah. Oh, where's he going? He's going down the shoreline. Dorsal fin sticking out of the water. Yeah. Love it when the plan comes together. So I guess they're still hanging out by the deep water. Not too early for them to be in the shallows, I guess. It's about 3:30, prime time for cold water catfishing. Temperature will keep rising until around 4:30, and then it'll start falling again. They'll retreat back to their deep water spots for some temperature stability. Well, a change in strategy turned out to be the right decision today. They weren't where I thought they would be. But prime time's over. It's starting to get cold, and I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.